Life is funny sometimes. All of a sudden, I find myself recording episode 250 of Coast2Coast Pinball, and Steve Ritchie's on the phone. Didn't expect that, wasn't planning that. Really glad he was able to come on and talk about Black Knight, Sword of Rage. Promised I wouldn't do that anymore, but I can't help myself. So anyway, just didn't plan it. It's going to be a short episode 250. And thanks for being here. I can't wait. So here we go, episode 250 of Coast2Coast Pinball. Let's go. Welcome to Coast2Coast Pinball. My name is Nate Shivers. This is a podcast, a commentary, an interview show, and I'm a man out of quarters. So for posterity's sake, I want to give you a full intro to this show. A lot of you probably just listened to episode 249 with Tim Sexton. We are here talking about Black Knight, Sword of Rage, and I have an impromptu telephone interview to Chicago with Mr. Steve Ritchie. So I had some major technical problems. We actually had to try the call twice. It was frustrating for me because when you get Steve on the phone, you want it to go great, and it didn't go great. I saved as much of the audio as I could. It's a lot of fun still to hear Steve talk about the game. And maybe the most important part of this interview is Steve just having that energy to still want to be involved and design pinball and do it. So I don't know. I hope you get that out of this interview. I hope you enjoy listening to Steve talk. He's not going anywhere. Really excited that this ended up being episode 250. So here we go. Without further ado, the King, Mr. Steve Ritchie.
Hello?
Steve, I think that's better.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's way better. It was frustrating me because I was losing some of what you were saying.
I'm sorry.
No, I think it's my fault. We're doing this from across the world.
I know.
Okay.
So where are you at?
I'm in Amsterdam.
Okay.
I live in the Netherlands nowadays.
Yeah, that's cool. Amsterdam's fun. Good coffee.
Yeah, they like their coffee shops here. Good
pastries.
Pastries are excellent. Cheese and pastries, they do that very well.
I didn't really hear all that. I'm sorry.
No worries. So, Black Knight. Let's quickly go over the toy one more time because that's really important. I think you've created a very cool toy that people are going to instantly connect with, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I sure hope so. It's like. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just want to hear your thoughts on how you thought this up and how it came out as a final design.
The way it happened was I knew we were going to have a Black Knight toy, but it could have been on a horse. It could have been somewhere else on the game. But my artist, Kevin O'Connor, he thought of a central, attic toy, and he had this pile of skulls. Not a toy. It's actually just an image of him. And he drew in a flail, hanging down. But it gave me the idea to make a motorized flail on one side and also a shield on the other that raised up and down. It was obvious there would be a hole behind it, a place to put a ball, and I don't know. That's how it happens. The lighting, I also wanted this head to move up and down, but we gave that up. It was just too many mechanics in one close, very tight area. This is enough.
Did you feel pressure to keep aspects from the original Black Knight games in doing a third game in the series?
That's interesting. Everyone applied pressure. But what about this? But what about that? It's a new era, and it's I don't want to repeat everything, but I don't like doing that. What I like doing is, an expansion. And in this case, a really huge update, not just to him, to actually battling him and all these other characters trying to get to his castle and burn it. That's another thing we have in the game. It's really cool. It's like an LED fire panel, and I think there's 60 LEDs or so, and it looks like real flames. It's awesome.
Where is the fire panel?
The fire panel, yeah.
Is that on the sides or the back?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Is that in the sides of the game or on the back? Where is the fire panel?
It's in the back panel. We have a drawing of the castle and the gate, and the gate has the flames behind it or not. I mean, it looked, when you strike the castle with a ball, either, figuratively, it burns. And we've got some great sounds to go with it soon. And I don't know, it's just a really nice, effective piece. And we have a topper. I will get to that in a second. It's like there's 2 more of them on the topper. So it's very attractive. It just, you can't help, walk over to it. That's it. I guess I could talk about the topper a little bit. The topper has Black Knight's head, probably 6 inches high by 3 inches wide, a big ostrich feather sticking out of the top of it. It is totally robotic. It can look left. It can look right. It also has modulating LEDs in the mask where all the holes are, like his breathing holes. And so he can express anything he wants. He's got eyes that are very piercing. The head can move up and down. It's going to say, when it says no way, it's going to shake its head left and right. And he's going to rock his head back and he's going to go, it's going to be great. Anyway. It's almost working. I'm totally excited. I think it's the best topper ever. I actually wanted speaker sound to go up through there to another speaker, like mounted to the like the roof of the back box. But we decided that was too much.
Yeah.
And again, there's only room for so much. I've got 2 motors up there. Up and down, and then another one to move it left and right, and anywhere in between, and it's going to be cool. It's just, articulated robotic motion, in a pinball machine is going to be awesome.
I noticed that on this design, you have a full lower playfield underneath the upper playfield. That's very interesting because the older Black Knight games...
Understand.
I like that you have a full playfield beneath the upper playfield.
Yeah, and there's much more on the lower playfield of this version of Black Knight. Much more, and nice long shots, and good visibility. You need when the ball's coming around, you just need it. And I like that it's Lexan. It's cleanable. It's replaceable. It's polishable if it gets dirty. It's like, what is it? I had to do it like that. Way too expensive today to make a second piece of wood that big, and have it silk screen and all the other things that have to happen. But this was kind of like a series of engineering problems, but we have overcome them. Things fasten to this playfield very nicely. You can take them apart. I think it takes 5 screws to get the upper playfield off the game. I didn't try to tilt it. It doesn't have the structure of a wood playfield, but it's very strong. You're not going to break Lexan. That's a very tough substance, and it's like it's 0.177 thick. It's an eighth of an inch, much more, and so it's pretty rigid. And the ball flows nice on it. What can I say? And up there we have a mechanism where you shoot underneath it, and it does a 180 and locks the balls clearly where you can see them above. It's almost like having a third level.
Yeah, you have the 3-ball physical lock up top.
Right. Have you seen pictures?
Yeah. Zach sent me some pictures.
Okay. Zach?
Yes. Mr. Sharp.
Really? Okay. Did he send you the movie?
He did. I have them.
Cool. At least you get to see him. You get to see it.
It looks really cool. I think the artwork is fantastic. I'm excited for this. I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah, I hope so. I just, I'll tell you, I love pinball. In the back of my mind, because I sell pinball. It's important to sell pinball because pinball doesn't continue to exist if you can't sell them. So I like having that global view in mind as I'm making a game. And Well, it's been good for us to do that. Anyway,
what is it like? You're sort of the veteran design team. I think you've probably been designing longer than anyone else at the company now. Is that right?
Are you saying geezer?
I didn't say that. You said that.
I know. Funny. Yeah, I think Gary and I are the oldest guys in the company. But I don't feel old. I've worked with younger people for years and years and years, and I really enjoy it, too. It keeps me younger. Say this. Sorry, I keep trying to clear my throat. I think I'm going to get a drink in a minute. I got a fridge right behind me. Just a second. Here we go. Coke Zero in a can. Yep. Here's an interesting thing. This team that we have is just as good as what we had at Williams, and I've never been able to say that since I left Williams. That's awesome. This team is a bunch of rocking people that just, everybody does great work. I go through everyone and it's like, I think, you know what? I don't have a problem with any of these guys. Everybody delivers everything, you know. One of the magic things is, you know, like, I work with Tim, but he knows pinball rules, especially deep pinball rules, better than I know the front end of a game, and I'm like, I know the casual player, what he wants, and how to make that part of the game, and we're a good team based on that. I don't, you know, I'll inject stuff. I have a long history of you know, applying showmanship. You know, that's very important to me, and it's like, I don't know, you don't get that maybe at an age. Maybe some people do. There was a coder he wrote me some great stuff for Star Trek here, the 2012 game, and you know, he really got it. Fantastic effects, especially during Klingon battle. Yeah, I don't know if that's the name of the mode, but it's the one where all the lights shut down and the laser starts turning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I know what it is. It's Klingon Multiball.
I played it this weekend. They have one in Amsterdam on location.
Cool. Did it work?
It worked great. It works great. That's good. In my living room here, in my little apartment, I have a World Poker Tour right out here.
Oh, God. That game has everything in it.
I think it's
16 drop targets. I hated making it, I got to tell you.
Why did you hate it? Because the theme is not interesting? No, and it's really tough. Unless, you know, it's really tough to lay another game's rule. What is it? Keith Johnson did a whole lot of work trying to make it into something magic, but we didn't sell that many, and because there was so much bad luck involved with the game, too. I don't know if you noticed yet. Have you noticed the gynecological hand? Oh, yeah, that has been pointed out to me, yes.
Okay, it's like, you know, whoa. So just things happened. That artist has become very good, though, now. He's very good. What is it? The hostess, you know, resigned in the middle of the show, so we had to trade out one lady for another. Maybe you would call it breast pinball. What do you think?
I actually did a show recently, and I proclaimed it the most underrated Stern pinball title ever.
Well, that's good. I mean, if people like it, I'm not going to discourage them. You know, Keith Johnson made the code, if nothing else, super deep, and he covered every nuance of poker in the course of making really that game.
I'm a big fan.
Good. I was so mad I threw everything in that I could. Not mad, I just didn't, you know, I tried to give it strength through mechanicals, but it doesn't matter. If people like it, I'm happy.
How do you see the future? What's the future for Steve Ritchie like? Good.
Not retiring, that's for sure. Some people say that, there's a new rumor. Oh, I hear you're retiring. Nope, I have retired. If you want to throw me out of here, that's okay. I'll find some other company where I can make games. I don't want to sit idle at home. I have lots of friends my age, and they're busy dying. It's like, I love this. It's hot action all the time. I love I love the interface of the young people here and the rest of us that are older. But now it's like, wow, we just rock. And like one guy on another team, he did help me with Star Wars, which is a difficult game to make. And he's really a good guy. He's young. I think he's 31 or 32. Anyway, he's I needed an idea, and it didn't come from anybody on my team, and he just blurts it. This is what you do? Oh, man, Elliot, that's great. Thank you. There's a lot of that going on in CERN. We are a team, no question. We all want to win. That's it. We want pinball to be strong. I'm going to sell them. I want a factory to keep producing them every day. So I'm amazed at this new resurgence. It really isn't new, but it's still growing. The amount of people that want to play pinball now, it might be more than there ever was. I don't know, but it isn't exactly arcade play.
No, I mean, you don't have the business.
It's, used to buy games and keep them at their house.
It's different now. You don't have the arcade business, but you have this collector enthusiasm. That's really great. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. It's just been getting a lot of press. People, hey, I know that game. Once in a while people say that to me that I had no idea, knew anything about pinball. So it's creeping in more and more. All right, so what else would you like to know? Or
I'm just happy to have you on the show. I have done I've done 250 of these shows or something like that, and it's great that you're on the show, and I'm a huge fan. I can speak for many people in pinball that we really appreciate your work and the fact that you're still there doing it and teaching everybody how to do it. You're the king, Steve. I mean, they say it. You're the king.
Well, thank you. It's like I work hard. I don't think of myself as a king, really, but on occasion I do. I'll say it to my advantage if it's important and if it's going to be funny. That's the only time. But I like, I don't know. I don't want to quit. I don't want to stop. I'm enjoying myself. It's kind of like, there's a lot easier ways to make money, than being a game designer. Especially pinball, because some things just take actual work. I can't, I sit at a computer and manipulate drawings, but then you actually have to make it and make it work, but it's still, that's enjoyable to me in sort of a sadistic way,
Are you already drawing and thinking of your next game?
No, but I think I have a title, and that's a cool thing. I'm starting. I don't really have time for that at the end of the game. I have, we're going 100 miles an hour. I worked Saturday. I didn't work Sunday, but I worked last Saturday or last Sunday. I've just been working at least one day a weekend every week for a long time, and I have to focus on this game. That's it. Make it work. Make it be.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate this. I know speakerphone calls are not the easiest thing in the world, so thank you for talking to me for a few minutes.
No problem. I'm enjoying it.
Well, we should do it again. When I'm in Chicago next time, I'll come to the office, and we can get a real legitimate coast-to-coast pinball interview with Steve Ritchie going on.
Okay, that's great.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Good luck with the game. I know it launches Tuesday. This podcast will come out right after that, so thank you, and I wish you nothing but continued success.
Well, thanks a lot, Nate. It was great to be here, and wow. I'm happy and excited, and I really like, I don't know, I like your work. I like what you've done.
You were on
Didn't
briefly
we do a podcast
one time.
before?
I did a show with your brother and you somewhere, I think. I've done so many I forget sometimes.
Right, I forget too. There's been a lot of them.
You too.
Anyway, it was great talking to you.
Thank you, sir. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Have a good time in Amsterdam.
So I really want to thank Steve for doing the phone thing. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, a speakerphone interview. It's a little rough there in patches. My connection was bad, so sorry about that, everybody. I think you got the gist of it. Steve had some great wisdom there. He's one of the legends of pinball, and it's really cool to get to talk to him. I am humbled. I am a fanboy. That's just how it is. So I had a great time. I hope I can do it in person at length and dive deep into all sorts of other topics with Steve someday. It'd be great to do it. Man, thank you, everybody. 250 episodes. Who would have thunked it, right? Loving it. Really enjoying things. Headed off to Las Vegas in a couple days. We've got some pinball to play in Las Vegas with my crew. My crew, we're going to Vegas. So hopefully there'll be some episodes or content coming out of Sin City, as they say. All right, so for the Black Knight, for the King, Steve Ritchie, and for me, Nate Shivers, thank you. And until next time, play some more pinball, be nice to each other, and take care of yourselves.